Hello, we're the Leicestershire Music Youth Ambassadors, and we would like to welcome you to Leics Connect with Music, an event by young people, for young people.
We are young people who love music. We make music at school, at home, in bands and in orchestras.
We want to show you some of the things that inspire us.
And we hope you'll be inspired by some of the things we've been up to.
Let's start with teaching you a Leicester-inspired body percussion groove. Let's get percussive.
Hello everyone, it's George here. This is pattern number 1 for your body percussion piece, and the rhythm that you need to remember is this. It just goes old John, 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 and that's it. Just old John, round and round and round and round and round. There are 2 actions that we need for this. The first kind of action sound thing is a kind of swoosh down your arm, and the other one is a clap, and it's going to go like this. It's going to go old John, 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 old John. Have you got that? Should we all have a go together? Ready? After 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Old John, 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 old John. This is part 2 for your body percussion piece, and it just goes like this. It just goes King Richard III, King Richard III, King Richard III, King Richard III. And for this, you'll need your feet stampy stampy and your hands clappy clappy. Okay, so King Richard III, just like that, and the beat goes King Richard III, 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 just like that. Now I know that there are some of you out there who are like, George, that is way too easy. I want to make it harder. Well, I'm going to make it harder for you. Okay, if you're feeling brave, you can do this. You can go King Richard III, King Richard III, King Richard III, King Richard III. Okay, so King Richard III, King Richard III. Just like that. So we've got some knee taps, and we've got a little heel slap as well on the forehand. So here we go, let's all try that together. If you're just doing this, that's great. If you want to do the more complicated one with me, then go for your life, okay? Here we go, off 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. King Richard III, 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 King Richard. Hello everyone, George here, video number 3, part number 3 for your body percussion piece, and our rhythm, our thing that we're going to remember the rhythm for is this. It just goes the golden mile, 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 okay? The golden mile, okay? So that's how it's going to go. We need some belly slaps like this. I've got quite a large tummy. And then we need a click, and then we need a clap. So the golden mile, 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 the golden mile. Okay, let's try that all together. After 4, ready? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. The golden mile, 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 and 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Hello everyone, part 4 now for our body percussion piece, and the rhythm, the thing that we're going to remember our rhythm for is this. It just goes the Leicester Foxes rule, the Leicester Foxes rule, the Leicester Foxes rule, the Leicester Foxes rule, the Leicester Foxes. Okay, we're going to learn this in two parts. So on the right at the beginning, the is going to be a stamp. The Leicester Foxes rule. The Leicester Foxes rule. The Leicester Foxes rule. The Leicester Foxes rule. Okay, and on the rule, on the very last thing you say rule, is going to be a clap. Okay, so the Leicester Foxes rule. 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 Okay. Now, on those other things, the Leicester Foxes, on those things, we're going to do this. Can you do this with can you make this kind of sound with your mouth? Okay, we're going to make that sound with all the other syllables. So, the Leicester Foxes rule. Okay, but all the time we're thinking the Leicester Foxes rule, the Leicester Foxes rule. And if you can change the pitch with your mouth, so you're going to start with your mouth nice and open like this, to get a really high sound, and you're going to end up with your mouth really cavernous and low like this. So by the end of your pattern, so it should sound a little bit something like this. Join in when you got it. I'm going to count us all in. Ready? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a video about the beginning of our piece and the end of our piece, and we've got a few fill-in bars in the middle of our piece as well that I'm going to teach you. The beginning goes like this. It just goes, are you ready to play? And then you guys will go, we are, like that. But the we are stamps. We are. 2 stamps. Boom, boom. We are. Okay? And I'm going to do the rest. So I'm going to go, are you ready to play? We are. Are you ready to play? And I'll get a little bit confused. I'll go, are you ready to, are you ready to, are you ready to play? Okay, so let's do the whole thing. Are you ready to play? Are you ready to play? Are you ready to, are you ready to, are you ready to play? And then we're into our piece. Okay, awesome. Our first filling goes, Leicestershire is great. Because let's face it, it is. Beautiful countryside. Leicester's a lovely city. We've got canals, we've got everything else. It's just a fantastic place to be. So, Leicestershire is great. Okay, so 3 stamps, boom, 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 and then a clap at the end. The is like a reversed cymbal sound, so like that. So, Leicestershire, like that, okay? And you can even do a, but not knock my door or anything, but you can either do a, like that, a big gesture. You can do whatever you want. But let's just try that. So Leicestershire is great. Okay, here we go. Ready? Off for 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. And the signal for that will be, I'll just do rock and roll, okay? Because Leicestershire is great. It's amazing. So you'll get that signal, and then we're into 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. The second fill, the other fill that we're going to learn, it's a really simple fill. Feet, knees, tummy, clap, okay? So, just on all 4 beats of the bar. Okay? So we're going to do all of our body, okay? And this is the signal, all of our body, all of our body. Okay, ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So there are 2 fillings. Our end, we can pat our knees as well. We can do this if you want to. And I just want a stamp on each beat of the bar. So we're going to stamp on every bar, and this is going to go like this. This is going to go, and again, and again, and again, and again. Hey! We're going to put our hands in the air. We can do a little freeze statue. Make a musical statue if you want. Okay, so the stamps on the bar are going to get quicker and quicker and quicker, and then we're going to do a little freeze. at the end. So here we go, let's just try our ending. Here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. And again. And again. And again. Get ready to freeze. Hey.
My name's Nida, and I am an instrumentalist. Main instrument's guitar. I have played with the Philharmonia and Soft Touch of the project back a few years ago, and we did a little project which clashed urban and classical music together. So that was cool. I was on there for like 2 years. I've done part of bands and done a few gigs here and then in Leicester as well. I can express myself however I want to through music, and there's no right or wrong answer. And it's literally just the easiest thing to do. Play my guitar, whatever I want to do with it, I can just do it. And whether that's like expressing an emotion or anything like that, it just comes through. So it's just important to me because it allows me to be myself. Ever since I was young, I grew up listening to a lot of niche EDM music, and I feel like obviously growing up, that's been a huge part of my musical career and my musical inspirations as well. So I love all like remixes and that kind of stuff, and it's always fun to listen to. It can get like daunting a little bit because you're stuck at home, got nothing to do. So I just grab my guitar, make some music, do some online jam sessions, which I've actually been doing. So it's been quite good. Like through Zoom and online platforms, it's been good to kind of connect with people and just play some music and just jam out. For some young people, some people that I've worked with, they say that music has helped them discover a new path, allowed them to express themselves because they've had certain battles or challenges that they faced, and they come to music and they allow themselves to express themselves through that, which I think is really important because a lot of things can happen in anybody's life, and it's important that they have something they can go to like kind of delve into it, I suppose. Music's been such a positive part in my life because as I was young and as I started doing music, everybody was just like to me, why music? Why don't you want to be a doctor? Why don't you want to be an accountant? That sort of stuff. It's unfamiliar to be taking music as a career in my kind of culture, and to be seen on stage with a headscarf on playing the guitar. I mean, you don't see that every day, do you? And it's like, everybody takes an interest in it when they see it, and they're just like, oh, well, that's cool, I've not seen that before. And I suppose it's kind of like I want to be like a role model to younger people who are like me, because I know how hard it can be when you don't have a supporting family that wants to support what you're doing, especially in terms of music. And luckily enough, I've had a supporting family, and they enjoy and are keen for me to do what I like doing, which is really great, and it has been great. So yeah, it's just that's the most positive thing I can think of.
I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sunlight up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, the city's cold and empty.
have great memories of playing with the Royal Northern Sinfonia. It was a huge part of my life when I had an accident which meant I was paralysed from the neck downwards. I wasn't sure that there was any way that I could make music, and lo and behold, a couple of people got to find out about my situation and approached me and built me an instrument. I get to wear a headset with sensors on it that moves a mouse around the screen and a little blow tube around the side, which I blow down to create notes and music and stuff like that.
How does playing music make you feel?
I started playing music when I was 6 years old. I heard music before that in my house, and through my church, I was given a brass instrument, a cornet, from 6, and I enjoyed playing music. And so I've been playing music all my life to a different degree. Then I had a terrible accident which broke my neck, left me paralysed from the neck downwards, and people thought I could never participate in music again. Some people came to my rescue and built me an instrument that I can play, an electronic instrument through my laptop. And when I had this accident, it was like being paralysed twice, not having music, not being able to participate, and not being able to move. So music, when I'm concentrating and focused on music, I'm totally unaware that I am paralysed. I feel no pain or anything, and it lifts my spirit and makes me feel emotionally good, whatever the music.
What do you love best about your job?
Introducing anybody, whatever age, to music, and hopefully setting them alight with the joys that I have doing music. So if I can connect some people with music, that makes me very happy.
How can music technology help students like me make music?
I'm not sure the situation, but I'm paralysed from the neck downwards, which means I cannot move a muscle. So I wear a headset top of my head. I move my head around, which moves a mouse around the screen. I have a blow tube. You might see this on one of the videos. I blow into this tube and it activates the left click of a mouse. So there are amazing ways, eye gaze and all sorts of sensory things that one can get involved in. And this technology wasn't around when I was born.
How can music help young people and their mental health?
One of the good things about music is often when you're playing with friends, and then you have to think and be very considerate and contribute towards and support each other. When I had my accident, people said to me, did you have counselling? Did you speak to someone to help you? And I didn't. Music was a form of counselling. I didn't know what questions to ask. I had all these strange feelings, just like I've had during this pandemic. I've had all sorts of feelings. Nobody has been able to tell me any answers, but playing music has helped to soothe me and calm me and made me feel okay.
What would you say to young people having difficulty at school during the pandemic?
There's no easy answer, I wouldn't think, but you know, when you start to think of something that you're interested in, it could be the football, it could be some other work that you do, if you have hobbies or your favourite class, if you concentrate on some of those things, sometimes that might lift your spirits. But generally, if we can get through this time and take advantage of maybe a bit more time that we might have to work on these things, it will pay dividends later on.
Why should young people contribute their voice and opinions?
Well, it's great to contribute to anything. Today, I've been rehearsing with 10 other people, and it's been enjoyable to say what I think about different things. I'm not always right, but it's really interesting often other people think of things that I hadn't thought of. So sometimes the more people you have, especially in a similar age group or situation to you, might come up with ideas and situations that you haven't even thought of. And it's also important that they hear your view as well, because they may not have thought of the things that you're thinking about. So you could really help the situations.
My name's Ethan Taylor and I am a student turntablist. So my sort of journey through my turntablism years is that I started off as a classical violinist. Yes, violinist. Not something I would, not everybody would really think of, but I did that for about a year or so, and then there was about a 10-week sort of block of lessons where there was a bunch of turntables all over the classroom, and I was quite intrigued. I'm thinking, this isn't our normal lesson. What we're going to be learning today in our normal sort of GCSE sort of lessons. And so Mr. Clay, my teacher, we were learning different scratches, what the turntables do, what the mixer does, and all sorts of different skills here and there, using the different functions on the turntables and the mixer. And so from then on I was like, right, I want this to be my choice of instrument. So with that, I had to create compositions. I used my own backing tracks. I used my own effects. I've used my own samples as well from different pieces here and there. And so with that, I created, I think it was 4 or 5 pieces of music for my GCSE. And with that, I went on to do meetups with the Leicestershire Music Hub with different students from around Leicester and around Leicester-Shire, and we all came together and we all made one piece of music together. And with that, it was me trying to demonstrate turntablism and how it can be an instrument, how it can be a really good way to learn music technology. It's been a really interesting and really fun journey to get from the point of me just starting out a few weeks of learning how to do different scratches, from then progressing on to using the cutting edge sort of technology that you can really get in sort of the turntablism sort of ecosystem. And so then on, I'm going to be going off to university, which is me doing live events production. And so with that, I'll be using some other technology in the same sort of industry, of where I'm using mixers, I'm using lighting desks, I'm using video walls. And so with that, I'm in the same sort of vicinity of technology. I'm going to be using this sort of same technology as well in my career as a sort of as management or as stage sort of staff. So yeah, I'll pass you on to our award-winning John first, and let's make music. Thank you very much.
start off, let's just loosen up those the mouth area. All we're going to do is a brrr action or motion. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Loosen up those lips. Okay. All right, we're going to shake our faces. A bit of that. Very good. One more. Very good. The hair's going everywhere. And we're just going to massage our cheeks. Very good. Sort the beard out. And what we're going to do is the upper and the lower, like this. Oh, the opposite. Cool. Nice. We're pretending we're chewing gum. Let's do a bit of this. It's a big gum. Okay. And finally, we're going to just stress the vowels. We're going to go A. Really pronounce it. A. E. I. O. U. Nice. So we're going to learn our first beatbox sound, and that is going to be a kick drum. And the way we pronounce that, or make the sound of the B, or the bass drum or the kick drum in beatbox, is by saying the letter B. 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 That's what it sounds like. Okay, so to get there, let's just pronounce the B as a phonetic. So B, 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 B. Okay, nice and simple. Nice, and it's quite a gentle sound as it is. But we're going to emphasize the B by putting pressure on our lips and putting more power in it. So instead of B, B, you get. Can you try that? Let's do some call and response and see if you can get it. So I'm going to go first, then you respond after me. Cool. The next sound that we're going to look at is the hi-hat. The hi-hat is, and that's what it sounds like. So the way we do that is by pronouncing the letter T like this. So when we say T normally, we have T, T, T. If you take the E off, you get T, 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 T. Okay, see if you can do that with me. Call a response again. T, T, T. Great. So there's your hi-hat. So far, we've got a kick drum and a hi-hat. Let's go to the next sound. The snare. So the snare, there are many ways you can do a snare in beatbox, but we're going to look at the K snare. And there are many ways you can do a K snare too, like this. Right? So we're going to look at the kind of snare. The way you do that is by saying the K, the letter K, right? And you can feel that when you pronounce the letter K, your tongue hits the roof of your mouth at the back, and there's pressure in the back. So what we're going to do is build that pressure, and instead of a sound, we're going to go, we're going to put pressure. Yeah? So it's outwards, you're kind of putting pressure outwards by saying the letter K. So let's try some call and response on that. Great. All right, rhythm one. We're going to look at the BTKT rhythm, but we're going to say it in another way. I like to look at beatboxing as words and phrases, right? And because I feel like it's easier to remember certain rhythms. Now, you might have all seen this one before. This is a classic. This is Boots and Cats. Okay, so if you have an iPhone or an Android, you ask your the voice service to say to ask them to beatbox, they'll probably do this one, boots and cats. And I know Siri definitely does it. Ask Siri to beatbox, they'll say boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. So try that one out if you want. That's just for fun. There's some homework for you. But for this, we're going to look at boots and cats and boots and cats. So the way we're going to do it is, again, 3 steps to perfect our boots and cats. So first of all, we're going to repeat boots and cats twice, like this: boots and cats and boots and cats and, right? But that just sounds like we're doing words. So that's all good. Let's try and emphasize as we've done with the other sounds, the B's, the T's, and the K's, because that's what we've learned. We've learned B, T, K. So in this now, we're going to go boots and cats and boots and cats and, okay, repeat after me. Boots and cats and boots and cats and. Great. Now, let's do the third step. Now, the third step is to actually silence or lower the volume of the oohs and the ahs. So they're the vowels. Remember we did the vowels in the warm-up? Well, the oohs and the owls we're actually going to delete from the phrase. So essentially, you get. Should we try that? Call and response. Me first. And again. Nice.
Getting involved in music has been one of the best things I've done. I think it just adds so much to you as a person. It creates so many different routes of interest. You can go on and become and build a career with it when you're older. You can go and meet loads of new people when you're young, and it builds up confidence and loads of things like that, while also letting you be able to work towards a new skill and developing your own character. Being part of the music service, I've been able to play at loads of different venues, from the Albert Hall to the Montfort Hall, and it's just meant that I can have so many new experiences. And for me, one of the best experiences I've had in my life was going on tour to Germany with all my friends. It was just such a great experience going out there to playing concerts to thousands, to hundreds of people, all there just to see a touring orchestra from Leicester. It was a great experience.
Hi, I'm Spencer. I play trombone in King Brass. I started playing when I was around 6 in the Enderby Primary School Orchestra, and from there history was made.
We're going to take you back now. This is a tune off part 1. It's been one of our most streamed, and it's all about taking you back to where this music began, down to the Mardi Gras on New Orleans. Let's go! Where we're all from, obviously. Listen now. When you go to New Orleans, you wanna go see the Mardi Gras. Oh, baby. When you go to New Orleans, you wanna go see the Mardi Gras. But when you get down, we're gonna tell you what carnival's for. Get your ticket in your hand if you wanna go to New Orleans. Get your ticket in your hand if you wanna go to New Orleans. Hey, when you get down, we're gonna tell you what it's all about. Mr. Ryan West, go!
Music is very important to me because it has been a big part of my life for almost 9 years now.
and kind of without it, it would just feel like not a part of me, like something missing. So yeah, I think the type of music that inspires me is more modern music, especially unique type of stuff ranging across the other side of the world, especially Japanese modern music. I think it's quite intriguing. I personally think music has helped me get through COVID lockdown because it's kind of given me something to focus on and kind of block out background on what's going on, especially, you know, with self-isolation. It is quite rough, especially towards on your mental health. So I think that with my music, it has helped me kind of take that away, especially. So yeah, I think music is a good thing for young people to get involved in because it gives them a new hobby to enjoy. I think it also helps to kind of develop the personality more in a sense, and it helps you stand out more.
Hear me out, won't leave felt, be really proud. Show them prevail, don't fear or doubt. Stand up tall man, scream and shout. You're made to take and rearrange your way. So change the game, find your lane and race the greatest place. There's no mistake, just show you great. I know you make them know that you hold the keys to success. So it's blessed, be the best, say with chest, no regrets. You the best, step correct, there's no contest. We on next. Just take the time to show your light. Create a high that multiplies. Narrate your life and make it nice. Amazing, right? You're ace in life.
watching. We hope you feel inspired to make music in Leicester and Leicestershire and join us as a youth ambassador.
If you'd like to get involved, please click the link at the bottom of this video.
Let's connect with music.
Hear me out, won't let you fail, be really proud. Show them prevail, don't fear or doubt. Stand up tall, man, scream and shout. You're made to take and rearrange your way. So change the game, find your lane and raise the greatest place. There's no mistake, just show you great. I know you make them know that you hold the keys to success. So it's blessed, be the best, say with chest, no regrets. You the best, step correct, there's no contest. We up next. Just take the time to show your light. Create a high that multiplies. Narrate your life and make it nice. Amazing, right? You're ace in life.